Greetings everybody! So a while ago I was in Algeria, and while I was there I made a video about bootleg McDonald's. There are no McDonald's in Algeria. Watch the video for more information, but because there's no McDonald's there, people have created bootleg McDonald's. And this sort of bootlegging also extends into popular products. So if you go to Algeria, you'll find a lot of snack food that looks very similar to snack foods that we have where I'm from in the US, but they are made by local companies. So for this episode, I picked up 4 candy bars that are mimicking other candy bars that are popular on a more international scale. And I want to make it clear that I'm not trying to cast judgment on Algeria for having knockoff products. I think that this is something that exists in a lot of countries, and the reasoning for it is sometimes complicated. It is not always just a company trying to make a buck. It's often that the more popular product is not available or prohibitively expensive. First off, Kit Kat. We have the original Kit Kat here, and then we have Kool Break. And yeah, you can see the marketing on it, the branding, everything is very, very close. It's red packaging. It's got the little swirl around it, like that little O on the Kit Kat is copied here. Granted, this one is a different color. It's got the picture of the candy bar being broken on each one. It's not copying the Kit Kat font, but otherwise it is very, very close. The tagline on Kit Kat right up there says crisp wafers in milk chocolate. The tagline here on the Kool Break, that says 4 wafer fingers in milk chocolate. So yeah, a little bit inspired by that tagline, but not exact. This product is produced in Algeria. It even says right there that it won an award for the best product of the year in Algeria. The Kit Kat is a little bit bigger than the Kool Break. It's a little bit longer and a little bit wider. First, let's open up the Kit Kat, get a little reminder of what a Kit Kat looks like. Oh, that's disappointing. It's already broken. Can't get it open. Here we go. Oh. So the Kool Break already has some points on the Kit Kat because this one did not break in half. It's a little bit melted, as you can see there, but not too bad. I think melting issues is something we're going to find with the other bars as well, because Algeria is really, really hot. It was like 97 degrees when I bought this. So I'm surprised that it's actually this well together. And it says on it, Kool. On the regular Kit Kat, it says Kit Kat. So first I'm going to try a bite of the regular Kit Kat. It tastes how a Kit Kat should. Very sweet, milky chocolate, a little crispy wafer in it. Let's break off a piece of that Kool Break. I'm not sure how surprising this is, but I like the Kool Break better. The flavor of this is nicer. The chocolate in it is better chocolate. And the wafer in there is different. You can see that the Kool Break, which is right here, that one has less wafer and more chocolate. The Kit Kat has more wafer in it. So if you're going for chocolate rather than crispy wafer, Kool Break gives you a little bit more of that, even though they are smaller than the Kit Kats. Okay, next up, Celebrity Bar. And this is the reason why I decided to make this episode. When I saw this, I was like, oh man. A little too on the nose. It is obviously copying the Snickers font and the bar. Because the thing with Snickers is that their branding is so well known that they stopped making candy bars that say Snickers on it. Now it says satisfies or other sorts of words like that. So when I saw Celebrity Bar, it took me back for a second. I was like, is that just Snickers putting random words on packages again? No, it is pretty much the same branding as the Snickers bar, only it has a silver backing instead of the white backing behind the letters. It's also a very shiny package, so it's kind of hard for me to focus on this without getting glare. It says Barre, B-A-R-R-E. And then at the top right there, it says, the source of energy. Snickers is, I mean, definitely has the same kind of branding. I mean, so much so that it doesn't even say Snickers anymore. And then it says a little bit more about what's inside right there. Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies. Packed with peanut. So they're going more on the peanut angle with Snickers. And Celebrity Bar is going more on the fact that it gives you energy. I tried to buy one of these that was not melted, and I actually went to 4 different shops trying to find one that wasn't, and I couldn't find one. This is melted for the reason that it is in Algeria, which is a very, very hot country, but also probably something to do with the kind of chocolate that they used or the kind of ingredients in there, because even now this feels very soft, and this one doesn't. And right now we're just at room temperature. So let's peel back that. You see it's got a little swoop on the bar itself. And the Celebrity Bar, yeah, this is gonna be a disaster, guys. It's really, really melted. Oh, okay. The Celebrity Bar has seen better days, but one thing is clear, and that there is no like swoop or design on the top of the chocolate, and the regular Snickers bar does have that. Okay, so I'm gonna try the legit Snickers bar first. Chocolate, peanut, nougat, caramel. What's not to like? And next, the Celebrity Bar. The Celebrity Bar tastes different than the Snickers bar, but it is definitely similar. It has the peanut and the caramel and the chocolate thing going on, but the nougat is different. Maybe a little bit difficult to see in its current state, but this is the Celebrity Bar. You can see there's a little bit more white in there than the nougat here in the Snickers bar. And also that nougat doesn't taste like regular nougat. It tastes a little bit more like marshmallow. As far as which one's better, it's hard to say. They're different enough where it's kind of hard for me to say. I think the quality of the ingredients in the Celebrity Bar are better, but the amounts are not the same as the Snickers. You know, on the package of Snickers it says packed with peanuts. It has more peanuts to it. And the Celebrity Bar just has a couple in there. So I think because of that, if you want a Snickers bar with a peanut flavor, you go with a Snickers. If you want something that is more chocolate and nougat, then you go with the Celebrity Bar. It reminds me more of like a Three Musketeers with a couple peanuts in it rather than a Snickers bar. So I guess it depends what you want. So let's call it a tie. Next we have Crazy Bar. Yeah, and this one is not from Algeria. It's not produced in Algeria. It's produced in Turkey. And I'm not for certain on this, but based on like the picture on the packet, I have not tried this yet. This looks very similar to one of these, a Lion Bar, which here in the US, we actually do not have Lion Bars. It's not easy to get these here, but they are popular in other countries. I've seen them. So I've had Lion Bars before, and as you can see, the picture on it looks almost identical. So I'm guessing that this is replicating this. I might be wrong. Besides the similarity in the candy bar on it, they don't have the same branding. You know, one's got a lion on it, it says Lion. One says Crazy and Extra, because why not? But that's about it. As far as the size goes, Crazy Bar is, it's got another like ½ inch on the Lion Bar. So first, the Lion Bar, and I'll give a little review of this because most of my viewers are from the US, and this is not something you can easily find in the US. So this tastes like... The quality of chocolate on this is better than Snickers or Kit Kat. It's from Nestle rather than Hershey, so that might be why. Inside you can see what we're working with. We've got chocolate on the outside, then wafer cookie, caramel, and crisp rice. Next up, Crazy Bar. Already we can see just how crazy this Crazy Bar is. The crisp rice is on the outside. On the Lion Bar, it is safely encapsulated with chocolate, but it does still contain the same sort of ingredients. The Crazy Bar is similar to Lion Bar, but it is a little bit different. It does not have caramel in it. And the wafer on the Lion Bar, this one, is not filled with chocolate. This one is. The Crazy Bar has better chocolate, as far as I'm concerned. It's got more of like a nice chocolate cream. This one is more like a substantial milk chocolate, but it has caramel to it. So there's a little bit more going on with the Lion Bar, but I think I like the flavor of the Crazy Bar more. Next up, the Mandolin. Now this one, I'm not sure if this is trying to replicate anything, but let's see if this sounds familiar to you. A biscuit covered with caramel and chocolate with a cocoa butter substitute. So a biscuit covered with caramel and chocolate. That sounds a lot like a Twix bar to me. The shape of it also seems to be a little bit similar, even though this one is just one. The Mandolin bar is made by a major company. It's made by Cadbury, but I've never seen this before. This says it was actually produced by Cadbury in Egypt. So I think that might be why. This might not have the same wide distribution as like other Cadbury products. Okay, so let's open it up. This one I feel like might be a stretch, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like. So let's peel this open. It is certainly Twix-like. So here's the Twix. Here's the Mandolin bar. So it's maybe a little bit of a stretch. The Mandolin bar has darker chocolate to it, but it's got a similar shape. It looks a little bit more like a fun-size Twix than a full-size Twix. Regular Twix, cookie on the bottom, caramel on top, covered in chocolate. Mandolin bar. Cookie on the bottom, caramel on top, covered in chocolate. So the packaging is different. The color of the product is different. The size of the product is different, but the makeup is the same. And because of that, they do taste fairly similar. The biscuit in the Mandolin has more of a cookie flavor to it. It's got a little bit more depth to it. The one in the Twix is pretty standard, doesn't have like a whole lot of taste to it. So I think I like the biscuit in the Mandolin better than the biscuit in the Twix, which is pretty plain. But other than that, I think I do prefer the Twix. It has more caramel to it. It feels more substantial when you eat it. And although I usually do prefer the chocolate in Cadbury products over the chocolate in Mars products, in this case, I think I would go with the Twix chocolate. I think overall, I do like the Twix better. So there you have it, 4 candy bars that are mimicking other candy bars, or at least inspired by other candy bars. And this is not a phenomenon that you just find in Algeria. This is a worldwide thing. Everywhere I've traveled, I have seen knockoff products like this. And sometimes those products are better than the original. Sometimes they have their own subtle differences. Other times they're not quite up to snuff. But in any case, I think this stuff is really, really interesting. So I think that's about it. I will see you all next time. I would like to give a very big shout out to Smarter Every Day and JMac. They are mega patrons over on my Patreon page, which I've linked in the description below. If you are not familiar with Patreon, this is a way that you can support creators like me and get some really cool bonuses in return, like exclusive content, early access. There's even one where I will send you cool stuff in the mail. You gotta check it out, and that is linked below. If you don't want to go on Patreon, another way you can support the channel is by getting a t-shirt, like the one that I'm wearing right now. This is the Durian Anatomy shirt, which is available in the description below. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.